Richard Florida is the urban studies theorist who coined the term the creative class in his 2002 book. He says that creativity is the driving force of economic growth. And this creative class, it's not just creative directors at advertising firms. We're talking about workers in healthcare, business, finance, education, engineering, all different sectors. It's anybody who's required to problem solve and use independent judgment on their job. This group comprised 30% of our workforce in 2002, and it's growing. Ken Robinson is an international leader in creativity, innovation, educational reform, and he calls the lack of creativity in our education system a crisis that's on par with global warming. Like global warming, it's a crisis that he says can be averted through better resource management. He calls creativity a human resource, and it's a resource that our education system has neglected. The intense focus on math, language skills, and other skills that can be measured with standardized testing, this focused education system served us in the industrial age, but it does not prepare students for the creative class jobs of the 21st century. It's really clear we need to address creativity in our teaching more than ever. I see 3 reasons for this. First of all, as we just said, we need to prepare students for the workplace, for the demands of the 21st century workplace. And secondly, we need these creative thinkers to come up with solutions to these increasingly intense global problems, global warming, the banking crisis, international conflicts, resource distribution problems. There's no lack of big problems for creative minds to be at work at. We also need to teach creativity because when people are being creative, they feel good. They feel engaged. They feel happy. Our students are very, very consistent in their answers to this question when we surveyed them about it. Conversely, they said, when I'm not being creative, I feel bored. I feel depressed. I feel sleepy. So you could look at these as quality of life concerns, but in addition to just making happier people, people who are engaged, who are passionate about what they're doing, are going to be better workers as well. Educators are very good at teaching information, skills, reasoning. We're good at assessing all of these things in our students, and we're pretty good at getting students to internalize criteria that we're using. We also know a lot about how to get students to work hard. Now, the teachers we identified for this project, they do all of those things. As a matter of fact, 3 of them teach really, really technical skills. But in addition to teaching the skills and the information and the criteria, they're doing more. They are allowing students quite a lot of independence within boundaries. They are allowing time and support for students to really play with ideas, generate new ideas, make new connections. And they allow, some of them even celebrate at times, mistakes. Sir Ken Robinson defines creativity as the process of having original ideas that have value. So it's a process. It's a habit. It's not one brilliant product. It's not one set of skills. It's not a pile of undeveloped ideas. Each story in this unit that we've developed focuses on 1 or 2 specific components of teaching creativity, but it's important to remember that all of these teachers do all of these things that I've just talked about. If we want to foster creative habits in our students, we need to look at all of the components of teaching together and help make students aware of how they all fit together to help them be more creative.